Greetings, Dragonborn. You don't know the trouble I've had finding you. Got a letter here for you. Special delivery. Too long, Dragonborn. Too long. I'd say by a whisker, 4 years. For your eyes only, straight from Bruma. Don't suppose you've heard what's been going on in Cyrodiil these last couple of years? Not heard from young Rigmor then? Not this one, although I do know Rigmor did try to write. Yeah, well, the letters never got returned, so it's worth checking out if they're buried at the border post somewhere. You'll have to go there anyway, to acquire the pass from the official. That's why they sent me. You better read this.
Dragonborn, if you are reading this, then we have at last managed to find you. You must have heard of the recent events in Cyrodiil, and although some stability has returned, freedom has not. We must speak in private, and certain names have been omitted in this correspondence, but I am sure you know to whom I am referring. She did try to write you, but you could not be located and gave up on ever seeing you again. I don't think she ever got over losing you, but she is fine and well and has moved on. You know her. Never one to sit still, always looking for trouble if it doesn't find her first. And trouble has found her. Of course she just waves it off, talks tough, and I do realize you have moved on with your life, but I have no choice but to contact you for help. We fear she is in grave danger, Dragonborn. Please come to visit us at our residence so we can talk further. Show the border guards the official pass. Sigyn of Bruma.
What is it? These days, with the border locked down, it's near impossible to get anything through. You must get the official border pass to enter Cyrodiil. If anyone tells you otherwise or offers a way over for coin, be wary of them. Very wary. That's if you decide to respond, of course. Must be like a blast from the past, right? Yeah, well, all will be revealed, Dragonborn. All will be revealed. Let's see. Foreboding? I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle. Must be important, seeing as you ain't had no contact with anyone from back then in a foo. Just keep your weapon in your pocket and try not to whip it out. You'll be fine. Cyrodiil ain't like here. They's all civilised. Got a big thing about it apparently. But something ain't right. I could feel it in me water like. There was nothing civilised about what I saw crossing the border. Just you make sure that you keep a cool head. You'll see. Oh, bit of this, bit of that. Still living at the old farmhouse on the lake. I tried renting one of the rooms to make a bit of coin, but they don't stay long. I don't know why. As it happens, I'm going on a kind of pilgrimage to Winterhold, to the shrine of my mistress Azura. There's a pretty young thing there has took a bit of a shine to me. Arania her name is. So I'll be taking my leave and seeing as how far I can get my feet under the table with Miss Enith and try warming her up a bit. With a bit of luck, I'm hoping to coax her down from the mountain and into me little old farm. Likewise, Dragonborn, likewise. It's good to see you too again, my friend. Now then, my part in this is done, and I have a date with Destiny. So until next time, Dragonborn. What is it? What is it?
Hey, here's another one. What a beauty. Looking across the border, friend. The price is 100 gold. No need for that. Could take hours. A few coin and you'll be over the border in no time. Nah, I'm just trying to do you a favor, friend.
Sarmenti, my dear, please, I'm trying my best. Hopefully I can get a new appointment somewhere else in the Empire.
Well, your best is not enough. We have been stuck out here for nearly 2 years. How much longer do I have to put up with those beasts outside?
Everything is going to be just fine.
The way they look at me, it's only a matter of time. What are you going to do about it? I'm in fear for my life.
Oh, Sarmenti. Oh, who's this? Are you in need of some assistance? Yes? What is it? Ah, you must be... one moment. Yes, Captain Grimbald of the Bruma Garrison informed us you would probably be coming. No one gets into Cyrodiil without an official pass. This one is signed by the House of Bruma. Be sure to show it to the new Imperial Guards when asked. Well met. Have you not heard? A lot of changes have recently occurred in Cyrodiil. The Emperor is very serious on immigration control and is quite ruthless in his implementation of zero tolerance. To not be in possession of an official document can be, how shall we say, fatal? Those guards are nothing more than criminal scum and people traffickers. They would wave you through for coin knowing how it would end, like it has for so many others. Those poor souls. Let's just say I have seen them letting whole families through the gates, men, women, children, all hoping for a new life, only to end up bloody, frozen rags in the snow. It's quite sad. They are actually meant to be here to turn away the economic migrants and protect me as a diplomatic service. The new Imperial border guards are, shall we say, more robust in their duties, hence the pass. Your friends had good cause to make sure you adhere to the official channels. Cyrodiil is a civilized province. Acts of aggression against any citizen are met with extreme prejudice. In some cases, entire families can be held responsible by the actions of one. As you now officially represent the House of Bruma, need I go on? Of course, you can defend yourself, and people do carry weapons in case of the odd renegade or wild animal. But you'll find those inconveniences virtually eradicated apart from the border regions, so please act accordingly to the law. Before you leave, do you require any further assistance? Do you know the name of the sender? One moment. Aha! Here's one. Dated mid-2002, almost 4 years ago. Let me check to see if there's any more in the back room.
Hey, Dragonborn. It's so weird being back in Bruma again. I was trying to figure out how long it had been since me and Mom were taken from our home. Must be about 5 years, but it seems like a lifetime. Things are totally so different now, but Bruma is just how I remembered it. Life within the keep is taking a bit getting used to. The Great Hall is really intimidating and freaks me out, but I'm trying so hard to meet the demands expected of me. As a countess? Yeah, right. Did you know Malisam is here? He's such a total ass. It's my duty to protect the descendants of blah blah blah, and is always totally in my face. At least Carice has my back. We've become quite close lately, and I don't know what I would do without her. She's so cool. There's this old guy here called Friathoff, a scholar. He used to tutor the late Countess's daughter, and now tutors me, don't laugh, on etiquette and how to be more ladylike. Whatever. Like Countess Rigmor of Bruma. I still think of you and miss you so much. I know I was way too clingy. I hope that isn't why you haven't come to see me already. I didn't mean those things I said, and I hope you don't hold that against me and come visit me soon. I would really like that. Have to go now. They're calling me to the hall to sort out some dog and chicken thing. A local dispute, as is part of my duties. Don't leave it too long, Dragonborn. It's been too long already. Love always, Rigmor.
Here we go. There's just one more dated early 203.
Dear Dragonbor, thanks for blanking my last letter. If you can't be bothered to come down to see me, then at least write back. How hard is that? You are so not going to believe this, but the crap has totally hit the fan over here in Cyrodiil. Some badass bandit king has taken the Citadel, and I've been advised by Friathoff and Malisam to declare Bruma a free city. They totally burned and trashed Leowyn, and the nobles are all bummed out, calling for a peace treaty as I write. If you try to come over the border, be careful. The whole of Cyrodiil is pretty much in a state of anarchy. Everyone's running around like headless chickens. It's actually quite invigorating, and I'm loving it. Malisam had to sit down due to heart palpitations. He was like, oh. I totally cried, laughing. Oh, poor Carice. Although I would feel a lot safer if you were around, how's the dragon thing going? We don't get much news out here, but rumor is you saved the world again, right? Dragonborn, when are you going to come and save me? You said you were going to come get me. Are you letting me go? I'll understand if that's what you want, but you need to let me know. I'm in a kind of limbo with nowhere to turn. If I don't hear from you after you get this letter, I'll know where I stand, but I want you to know I will never forget you, and I will always love you. Rigmor.
Well met. There's been a lot of changes, especially over these last few years. We received a lot of undelivered correspondence dating back years when we set up this border post. You must remember the last letter was sent during a most unsettling time. The good news is Cyrodiil is experiencing growth and stability since the new administration. More so after the expulsion of the Thalmor and the possible reinstation of the Nine throughout the Empire. I am sure your stay will be most pleasant and enlightening. And there's one more thing. This was left for you too. Well met. Are you ready to continue? Excellent. Please follow me. Show the pass to the new Imperial Guards on the Cyrodiil side of the border. Keep it safe. You'll need it to travel freely between the provinces. One more thing. Whatever you see down there on the border, please remain calm and remember what I said about who you represent now. Aha, enjoy your stay.
The border's closed. What business do you have here? Let me see. Okay, all seems in order. But I should warn you to keep your weapon sheathed, and any acts of violence will be met with the full force of the law. You may, of course, defend yourself if you are attacked, but those are the rules. Open the gates.
Move along quickly. There's nothing here that concerns you.
Yes, I haven't got all day.
Welcome to the free city of Bruma. No need for that here, friend. Go through the gates, turn right, and follow the road to the blacksmith. There's a stable there if you need one. Go up some stone steps, the keep is right in front of you. You can't miss it. Welcome to Bruma.
Need something?
Halt! What is your business here? You'll be lucky. She's never here. Better off checking the tap and tack.
Guardian General, I was with you at the Battle of Whiterun, Cap. His Legion, wounded in battle. I was with you at the Battle of Whiterun. Aye, General. It was an honor and a privilege to serve under you. But, as my friend says, Milady Rigmor is not with him. Why didn't you say, pass, General?
It has been 2 weeks since the Emperor requested the Countess's presence at the Imperial City. The Emperor would like to know, no, he demands to know, why the Countess has not made the time to attend. As you can see by my own presence here today, it's absolutely imperative that she does.
I am sorry, Lord Chancellor. I will make sure the Countess learns of the urgency to attend.
One might begin to think the Countess is avoiding her duties to the Empire. One might think Lady Sigyn has become the Countess in waiting, while her daughter...
Enough! Lord Chancellor, mind your tone. And manners. Please inform the Emperor the Countess will be forthcoming. I shall personally make sure she attends as soon as possible.
Please do. I would hate to have to find and escort her to the palace myself. I think you understand the gravity of this needless situation only too well. You have 1 week from today to comply. Good day, Lady Sigyn.
Well met. Dragonborn! We have an obligation to protect and serve the descendants of Morgan of Winterhold. Lady Sigyn is in parley.
My lady,
Come,
Jimmy's dog got into me fence
we can
and
wait in the
killed me
cabinet room.
chickens. I only got 3 left, and I wants paying back, my lady. That's a lie. He's let them chickens run round wild. They came over my fence, my lady.
How many chickens are we talking about?
That'd be 6 chickens, my lady, worth 6 septims, they is. It ain't my fault, my lady. I ain't got no 6 septims. Me auntie, she recently hurt her elbow.
Enough! Jimmy, listen to me carefully. If I hear of your dog again, it will cease to be. Do you understand?
Yes, my lady.
Malisam, take 6 septims from the court purse and compensate...
It's court protocol until Lady Sigyn asks us to sit.
Dragonborn! Thank the gods you came! How many years now? Well met. She did write you, you know, but we could never find you. She's fine, you know Rigmor. When we first arrived, it took some time to get used to our new lives. She didn't take too well to living here in the keep. Our old house is now her apartment. I have been left to attend to the more mundane courtly duties, with the help of court advisor Malisam and Master Freathoff.
Ah, Guardian, alive and well. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance once again. I seem to have this preference for cold, wintry places. We feel right at home here, don't we, Carice? Please let me introduce you to Master Freathoff, a scholar and court mage to the Countess.
I have heard so much about you, Guardian. It's good to finally meet you at long last.
Come, let's sit. Help yourselves to refreshments. Well met. Martin Blackwell, Lord Chancellor to the Emperor.
A very dangerous man, Guardian. He heads a very secretive and powerful spy network. Former Lord Chancellor to Titus Mead II, and now does the bidding of the new dynasty. His loyalties lie in the sworn oath to protect and serve the imperial throne, no matter whose behind rests upon it. He became bitter after failing to find Titus Mead II, leaving a rather long and bloody trail behind him. He blames the Dark Brotherhood and utterly crushed the underground ring here in Cyrodiil. But he is cruel and devious, and we have good cause to fear him.
Before he can be coronated, the Emperor needs Rigmor to sign the noble decree.
Yes. Our bandit king is to bestow upon himself the title of Titus Mead III. Rigmor has yet to sign it, but to do so, she would have to enter the nest of vipers. I cannot be sure whether they know of Rigmor's true ancestry. If they do, she would be considered a pretender to the imperial throne.
Sethius is a common bandit. Although very powerful, he is no noble. As far as we know, Titus Mead II left no living heir. As the noble houses of Cyrodiil bickered and argued, Sethius took the throne by right of combat. As Titus Mead I took the throne from Thules 200 years ago. Rigmor's ancestral link to Titus Mead I puts her in grave danger if Sethius were to find out.
If all she does is have to sign this document, so be it. But we cannot let her go alone. However much I hate what has happened to Cyrodiil, this bandit king becoming emperor by right of combat, we cannot change that, and don't want to. When the war happened, Sethius sent envoys. We told them Bruma was a free city. We wanted no trouble. I didn't want a repeat of what happened to Leowyn.
It was virtually razed to the ground, half the populace put to the sword in a shining example of the ruthlessness of our new liege. All the nobles, including ourselves, took the chance of amnesty, laid down our arms, and signed the white gold settlement of the year 203 of the Fourth Era. We were left as a free city only until recently. Cepheus now wants us to sign the noble decree as well. Apparently he needs it to legally become part of the Mead dynasty. Bruma is, after all, part of Cyrodiil and the Empire. Free of off.
He was always causing problems here in Cyrodiil. After the disappearance of Mead II, his bandit army grew so big not even the legions could contain it.
His army would attack and plunder at will. The Imperial Court, in absence of the Emperor, sent for General Quintus Vitalis of the Northern Army. By the time Quintus arrived, it was all but over. Cepheus had marched into the Imperial City with some 5,000 men. Quintus could not cross the bridge.
The Imperial Court surrendered the city. Quintus was sent with the Northern Legion to the Hammerfell border to protect Anvil, effectively stopping Red Guard nomad bandits from the Brenner River area. You see, Guardian, now there is peace in Cyrodiil. What was destroyed is being rebuilt. There are no raids and attacks on the counties anymore. The bandit army became overnight the new Imperial army. Our only concern is Rigmor's welfare.
But by her nobility, Rigmor is now caught up in this ridiculous power play. We just want her to sign the document and return home. But as Jonte says, if they know, she might not return at all, and we cannot risk the chance that they do. If only I knew. I'll let Jonte fill you in on the current situation with my daughter. I must apologize, Dragonborn. I'm so tired and must retire. Once you've finished here, Carice will show you to your room.
Ah, yes, the errant Countess. Rigmor is a law unto herself. I had hoped she might someday take responsibility for her newfound position, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? Really? I'm afraid. You could put it that way, Guardian, but she seems happy when she does grace us with her presence. Of late, she's been spending her time between the Tap and Tack Ale House and the Roxy Inn. The latter is a mile south of this side of Lake Rumar. If she does frequent Bruma, she abodes at her apartment behind the cathedral, 5th house along from the inn in the lower quarter, or the Tap and Tack. You might try there first. Ask about. She keeps unruly company, and of late has been in the company of Count Leowin's son, Robert de Medalius. After the sacking of Leowin and the murder of the Count and his family, Cepheus placed one of his trusted henchmen in the Count of Leowin's place. Robert is his son. Sigun and I tried to advise Rigmor that he is not of noble character. We had hoped to match her with the Count of Coral's son, and she took absolutely no notice whatsoever, and did as she always does, her own thing, essentially. Guardian, as long as she's happy, or as happy as can be considering her traumatic past, we are happy too. However you feel or felt for Rigmor, and I do know you became close, you were, after all, a guardian. Time moves on, but there's something else. Ariel Cepheus is a weak emperor. He is not the true power behind the throne. If it were a simple case of escorting Rigmor to the Imperial Court to simply sign the document, I would have sent an escort from the Bruma garrison, which would have sufficed. As you know, as a disciple of my beloved mistress, I have certain privileges and insight, and there is indeed a very real concern Rigmor would be in danger at the court. We believe Cepheus's wife is a daughter of Cold Harbor.
Rumors are she is 300 years old, yet her skin maintains a likeness akin to that of porcelain.
We believe she is behind Cepheus's rise through the bandit ranks, and ultimately responsible for the usurpation of the Imperial throne. Yes, a vampire. My mistress thinks so. As far as we know, she is never seen in daylight at all. I think Friafoff is better informed to explain further.
There used to be many years ago, but it stopped all of a sudden after the catastrophe.
Continue, Friafoff. It's all right. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Friafoff was tutor to the former Countess of Bruma, Guardian, and can also explain the terrible manner in which the position became available.
For many years I had served the former Count and Countess of Bruma, and schooled their only child, a daughter, in the ways of nobility, etiquette, and math. The Countess lost her husband in a riding accident when... I can't bring myself to say her name. One night, Sophia just disappeared. Oh, we searched. I never gave up. But as the weeks turned into months, the poor Countess became withdrawn. She lost the will to live and died of a broken heart. When Milady Rigmor arrived, she told me all about what had befallen her in Skyrim, how you had rescued Sorella, and how a similar thing that happened to Sophia happened to Sorella. That she, too, had bad dreams, heard voices calling her. I wish I'd taken more notice of the poor child. But that you rescued Sorella after an encounter with a coven of witch devils. After investigating the disappearance of children in Cyrodiil, it stopped altogether about the time the coven was destroyed. Sophia was the last. I fear I must also retire. Recalling this terrible event has taken its toll.
Oh, no doubt at all, Guardian. Rigmor's arrival saved him. They get along very well indeed, and she is rather fond of him. She rarely speaks to me, though, or her mother, if she does come to the castle. She thinks we meddle too much in her life. But she will confide in Friafoff. There must be more to this. A dark set of events, Guardian. Something that eludes us. To have such powers of recalling, it all ties into my suspicions, but Cepheus is not an uncommon name. We could, of course, be completely and utterly wrong. I'll have to conduct some investigations. Hammerfell would be a good starting point. After all, a brood mother must have a brood, and fledglings cannot help but make a lot of noise. I would advise you to rest for a while. If there are more sinister reasons to what's behind the Imperial throne, it certainly won't be anything to do with a young errant know-it-all. But we can't take the chance they know of her ancestry. Keris will show you to your room. I must bid you good night.
Well met. Follow me, Dragonborn. It's so good to see you again. Malasan prefers the college to the keep, but I actually like it here. The college is all I've ever known, mostly. And I still go there sometimes, but the keep feels so much more secure and not ready to fall into the sea. This way, Dragonborn. This is the Lord's Hall. Malasan and I share the same room in the lower part of the living quarters, along with Threofoth. But we do have a special room reserved for important guests in the upper quarters. Lady Sagun resides here. The rooms are right next to Lady Rigmor's room. Dragonborn, it's going to be hard for her when she sees you again. Don't think you can just walk back into her life and begin where you left off. Well met. She's fine, but lately it's been difficult for her to settle down. Why does he concern you? It's been some time and people move on. She did try to write, and it's been hard for her to let you go. She depended on you. She loved you with all her heart. But now she is happy again and is finding her own way, however that way may be. If you really love her, really in your heart, you will accept her how she is now. But you must let her go. It doesn't work that way anymore. She's nobility, and she is with Bobby now. Yes, Robert. He really is a nice, charming man. He tries. Although she can be a handful, he's good for her. Please don't ruin it. Go to the Tap and Tack and speak to Colin. He's the barkeeper there. If there are any rumours to be had, he is the one to talk to. He might be able to help you. Failing that, take this key to Rigmor's apartment. If she's not there, you might find some clues as to where she is.